What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another video. This time we're going to be doing a comparison video between the Figma and the Buzzmod Demon Slayer Nezuko Kamado. You guys already know how this works out, so let's go ahead and see who did it better. Now, starting off with the sexy packages, first off, we do have the Buzzmod right here. Since this one came out first, I'll do this one. It does say Aniplex right there, Demon Slayer right there, Buzzmod 112, Nezuko Kamado, the window packaging, Buzzmod, an image of her right here. It says 112 right there at the top, Buzzmod, nothing much going on at the bottom, nothing much going on the sides. And then, of course, on the back, you do have the figure as well as some poses you can get it into, and then a bunch of legal stuff. So let's get that one out of the way because this one takes a little bit longer. This, we do have the Figma packaging, which I already think is superior. It's just black for the main portion of the block. For the box, if I can speak, you have Nezuko right here with her demon mode active, and I love this fiery hand right here. I love that accessory a lot. It says Max Factory Figma Demon Slayer right there. You got the gold label at the bottom, Nezuko Kamado DX edition, Figma up top, nothing much on the bottom, nothing much on the sides, except for this side right here. We have a full body image of her just walking, looking adorable. It says Nezuko Kamado at the bottom, and once you take that slip cover off, as you guys can see, you get the regular packaging, which is the window. I still have some of the accessories in here just because I know I'm not going to use those, but I will get those out because I'll need them for this video. We have an image of her right here, DX Kamado at the bottom, 508. We got an image of her up there doing her little kicking pose. Same one at the bottom. There's that same image I just showed. On this side, we do have her with that fiery attack mode again, as well as on the back, some more poses and legal stuff at the bottom. So yeah, try to get that out of the way quickly. Now let's go ahead and bust these figures out so that we can get into the comparison. Now, starting off, here are both figures side by side right out of the packaging. And honestly, just looking at these, it's hard to tell which is which at first glance because they both look so good. And obviously, after about 2 or 3 seconds of looking at it, you're going to know this is the Buzzmod because of the fabric. But still, just at first glance, it's hard to tell because they both just look like two articulated figures of Nezuko. And I'm going to start off by taking a look at the Buzzmod simply because it was the first to release. And I got to say, in terms of the hair sculpt on this, I like this a whole lot more than the Figma. But I believe that the Figma is actually more accurate to the anime. Just because of the way that the hair is sculpted, like the blockiness and everything. I just like this sculpt better on the Buzzmod though. And then the fabric, of course. When you can't go wrong with fabric on a figure, it just really helps in terms of the articulation and everything. Now, one thing I like that they did that is almost undetectable at first glance is, and this is something that I mentioned in this review that I liked better about the Buzzmod. If you look, this right here is actually sculpted. All of this is. And then down here, it transitions to fabric. And at first glance, you don't even notice that. And it's not even something that's a bother when you're posing the figure, which is also an issue I had with this one. I'll discuss that in a sec. But overall, this one just looks really good. Both of them do. From head to toe, it just screams Nezuko. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the Figma. Now, if you saw my Figma review, then you already know I did have a couple of issues with this figure. I'm going to go ahead and get those out of the way first. First issue I had, the faceplate. This thing just comes off. Like, no matter what you do, it's just, if you even move that head, there it goes, right there. It's coming off. And it's not like it's something that can be fixed because of the fact that these joints right here don't peg in very far to the head. And so any kind of movement that you do is going to make that head sculpt pop off. Now, the other issue I have, I'm just going to go ahead and take this plate off to show this. This was the main issue I had. Actually, no, I think the faceplate is worse. But this engineering right here at the back, that is so ridiculous. They just completely didn't sculpt anything. And then what happens with this piece right here, it just kind of floats around. And I'm like, yo, what the heck, Figma? Really, for $100 figure? That is not cool at all. It's like they just stopped sculpting entirely. I'm hoping you guys can see all that ridiculous engineering in there. I'm trying to shine my light on it. But yeah, that's just horrendous to me. The more I look at that, the more it irritates me. Now, after discussing those two issues, the figure itself, get her right in front of the camera, she looks nice. She looks great, actually. And that's not a surprise, because Figma normally kills it when it comes to anime characters anyway. That's something I always say, especially when it comes to looks. The figures aren't always the best, but in terms of the looks, they usually nail it. They're not very far off. But overall, once again, in terms of looks, you can't really go wrong with either. I'd say it's just personal preference. If you just want to buy one that you want to stand on your shelf, both of these are going to be $100+ if you get the DX edition of Nezuko. So if you're looking for just the look of the figure, you can't go wrong with either. Now, scaling is another thing that if that's what you're worried about, you still can't go wrong with either, because both of these figures are right around the same height. To the top of the head on this one, she's a little bit over. Actually, she's about right at 5 inches. And then this one, she is like a hair over 5 inches. Now, if you watch Demon Slayer, then you already know Nezuko can pretty much change her height anyway. I guess it's just one of her demon abilities. She can get really small to fit inside the box that goes on Tanjiro's back, and then sometimes she can grow to be even bigger than Tanjiro. So once again, you can't go wrong with the scaling on either of these, and I will show them off next to some other figures once I get to the size comparisons. And now for the point where some people really start making their decisions if they haven't already. The articulation, starting with the Buzzmod, she looks up only about that much, not a whole lot, and for obvious reasons, the hair is pretty much touching her back. You're not going to get any more than that. But she does look down very, very well. You can actually get the bamboo to just about touch her chest. And one thing I like about this one that the Figma does not have, this is why I said I like the hair better also, is there are some articulated pieces as well. So like if you want to pose these pieces right here behind her, or if you want to pose her running, you can totally do that and it's believable. So that's something that I like as well. As far as the neck, you do get all kinds of tilt, turn, all that good stuff. She can get very, very expressive. It's almost no kind of torso articulation whatsoever. You do get a little turn right here, but because of this piece, she doesn't really lean forward very much. It's going to come out of the waist. And I still think that works well enough for whenever you want to get her in those poses where she's attacking, fighting, yada, yada, yada. She also turns at the waist as well. So this piece is only hindering the diaphragm joint. Now, as far as her arms go, she can bring them forward almost completely. It's hard to do with this jacket on. I actually should have took this off. Actually, I am going to take it off so that you guys can see. Now, this is going to look weird because of the fact that these are the arms that are specific to when she is wearing her jacket. Let's put that back on there. And as you can see, I'm just kind of freestyling this video. But yeah, as far as the arm movement goes, she can bring them in almost completely. That hair is going to be a bit of a pain when you try to do it. But there it is right there. Her arms come in completely. You can pretty much move them around however you want to. They're the same joints as Tanjiro's and Zenitsu's. What I like to call the Revoltech joint. You can move them all the way up, all the way down, all the way in. She does get a swivel right here at the elbow. Unfortunately, it's only a single joint. But with the way that this shoulder works, you can pretty much position her hands however you want to. And with the jacket on, it's not going to look ugly, but you do have to pose it properly so that you don't have anything breaking underneath that fabric. Now, as far as the hands go, they are on a hinge, very sturdy hinge, by the way, and they move around just fine. The legs, she can kick forward that much, kick back a little bit. She can do the splits just fine. She does have a swivel built in. The knees are a single joint. They bend about that much, which I think is fine. Her foot goes down about that much, up about that much. She does get ankle rocker, and then she does get a toe hinge. So articulation-wise, I really think Buzzmod killed it. I can't think of anything that they could have done to make the articulation better on this one. Now moving on to the articulation for the Figma, she doesn't really look up at all. You can kind of tilt it and make it look like she's looking up, but not really. She looks down pretty well, but that hair is so heavy that, as you can see, it's just going to fall forward. And then you get that issue where you move the head and it kind of pops off. But you do get tilt, turn, all that good stuff. The hair on this one, the back of the hair is actually articulated, which is cool and it works, but it's so heavy that it gets to the point to where it won't stay up, kind of like you guys saw. And that faceplate is really annoying me right now. But anyway, I'm going to try to navigate away from that. Her arms go up and out about that much. She does have, well, you see it. She does have a butterfly joint, kind of. It's just this joint that's kind of plugged in here. It doesn't pop out or anything, but if you maneuver it properly, you can sort of get her to bring her hands out about that much. Not a whole lot, but it does have a swivel kind of built into it. She has a single jointed elbow, but it's very effective. She does have this piece right here at the sleeve where you can move her hands, and the hands are on the typical Figma hinge where you can just pop them on and off. Not too much hindrance with this one, so that's a good thing. At the chest, she does lean forward about that much. She leans back very well, but if you look, once again, that ugly engineering does come into play. Hopefully this doesn't fall off again. But you get twist and turn, all that good stuff. You just got to watch this piece, because this piece will start to turn, and then you'll have the end of it sitting like right here. So you'll see a major gap between the torso and then her legs. So watch that. Now, as far as these pieces of her dress, they kind of move around. They're on hinges, but once you move them around, that's pretty much what you get. It stretches this piece out, and then those just kind of float, and then you have this ugly gap in here. And yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Anyway, the dress is on a hinge, and I'll be honest, once these pop off, they are annoying to put back on, so be wary of that. She kicks forward about that much with the dress on. She kicks back not so much. She can do the splits. It's going to be hindered with these, so that's why you get the swappable pieces. She does have a built-in thigh swivel. She has a single jointed knee that doesn't really go far at all. As far as the foot goes, it goes down about that much, up about that much. She does get really good ankle rocker, really good toe hinge. The feet is probably where the best articulation is. Actually, like the legs. I'll just say the legs is where the best articulation is, but it's the most problematic to deal with, because when you're dealing with this whole area right here is just frustrating. And also for the jacket, these are also hinged, so if you want to pose these and have them kind of blowing, then yeah, you can do that. But overall, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I normally wouldn't say something like this in a video, but this figure is a pain in the ass to pose, because once you start messing with it, things just start falling apart. The skirt pieces fall off. They're difficult to put back on. The face will just fall off randomly. You could be touching the leg and it'll just fall. So yeah, straight up, this figure looks good, but in terms of posing it, it is a major pain. Now moving on to the even more nitty gritty. This is where you really start to figure out whether you're getting the bang for your buck. The accessories, starting off with the Buzzmod. As you can see, I kind of have just a pair of, I guess you can use those as her claw or attack hands. That's what I have on her right now. She does have the kind of sprawled out hairpiece, and then she just has a neutral faceplate on. But in terms of faceplates, you actually get 3 with her outside of the regular. You get this adorable little, I don't know what you call this, like relaxed expression where she has her eyes closed. You get another one almost where it looks like she's sleeping. Both of these do have the bamboo in the mouth, of course. And then you do get a demon attacking face with the teeth gritted. Now, something about this around the teeth area looks a little bit off. I think they probably should have painted like a line around the mouth or something. And I'll show this in comparison with the Figma in a sec, so that maybe you guys will understand what I'm talking about. It looks a little derpy, but it looks good. It's just, Like from the eyes up, everything looks good, but the mouth looks a little off. Anyway, she does come with a separate hairpiece. This is for when her hair is just straight down, and that's another something I like, just the fact that they threw this in there. Options are always great. Now, if you want to take her jacket off, she does come with a separate pair of arms. And this is what I think is the biggest flaw of this figure, because as you can see, these pieces right here attach to the shoulder. You have the R and the L. Her hands attach onto these, but there is no elbow articulation whatsoever. So that's a complete missed opportunity. That's the only thing I dislike. But that being said, I don't know when she ever takes her jacket off, so I don't think I've ever even posed her with just these, or I don't think anyone ever would, but it's a missed opportunity. Now she comes with a pair of relaxed hands, which do have her nails painted on. I think I said in the Figma video that they didn't do it, or that they didn't look as good. I was wrong. Here they are, and these things do look really good. She comes with another pair of relaxed hands where her fingers are just a little bit more spread. These look really good, and those pink nails painted on there actually look really nice. What was I talking about? And then she comes with a pair of fist hands as well. But unfortunately, that's all you get in terms of accessories for a $100 figure. I feel like they should have threw in like a fire accessory or just something else to spice it up a little bit more. Now, when it comes to accessories, this is where Figma really shines, because they definitely killed Buzzmod in terms of accessories. First off, you get an array of hands. You have these two holding hands. Even though she comes with nothing to hold, hey, options, options, options. You get a pair of fist hands. You get a pair of like claw type hands, kind of like the ones I have on her right now. You get the relaxed hands that she comes with. Then you get a pair of wide open reaching hands, and that's still not it. You even get her, I don't know what this is called, but I'm going to call it the Demon Fire Claw. And this accessory alone just kind of made the figure for me, because I love posing it with this hand on, and so I like that a lot. Now, in terms of faceplates, you only get 3, but you still get options, and I'll tell you why you say that, or why I say that. You get this faceplate right here, which is her neutral, just cute expression. You get this one right here as well, which is her demon attack face. But on these two, you can actually take the bamboo out of her mouth, and you can see that she has like expression behind it. And the reason I say that this face looks better, this is why I showed this one first, than the Buzzmod, is because of the line work that's painted around the teeth. It makes the transition from skin tone to mouth look a little bit better. So I'm hoping you guys understand what I'm saying. I really like this face a whole lot more than I like this one. This one's not bad, but something about that extra paintwork around the mouth just really makes this one pop. And so, yeah, and when you want to put that bamboo back on, you just kind of plug it right there, and then there you go. Now, she also gets another derp type face, which I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I feel like another type of like cute expression would have been better, but I still like it. It's options, so I'm never going to complain about options. Now, you also get these interchangeable dress pieces for when she's in attack mode. These I will absolutely never use, just because of how much it is a pain to even maneuver this figure around. I'm never going to use these, but they are there, and I can't be mad about that. Now, she also comes with Tanjiro's box that plugs onto his back. The straps are already attached to these. You don't have to worry about them popping off. And then to make it even better, the box opens. So this is awesome. And if that's not enough, you even get this little accessory where she's kind of in dirt mode that you can plug behind her to make her look absolutely adorable. So accessory wise, I think Figma absolutely just annihilated the Buzzmod in this department. Now, a question that someone asked me that I want to make sure to tackle in this video is, can you change the heads? Like, if you like the Buzzmod body better, but you like the Figma head better. This is what's going to happen if you do that. It pops right off, as you can see. Now, if you know the Figma joint is a little bit more thin than this, and it's actually a longer joint. So if you pop this head off and you pop this head off, you guys probably already know where this is going. But if you try to pop this on here, what's going to happen is, this is, if I can even get it to go in there. There we go. That's as far down as you're going to get it to sit. Now, it makes that neck look a little long, and it's not going to stay on either. You can sit it on there if you want to, and it'll stay for the most part, but it's not going to stick in there. You can just kind of just pop it off. So, yeah, but you can interchange them. And if that long neck doesn't bother you, if you have her like looking forward, then you should be fine. But still, it's not like it's a total fit. It can be modded though. And also, before I forget, this is what the Buzzmod head looks like on the Figma body. Once again, you can see that she has a little bit of a long neck, but overall, I mean, it doesn't look bad. I think it looks better with the Figma head on the Buzzmod body, but still, either way. Now moving on to size comparisons, here you can see, I actually moved these, the Figma Nezuko next to the Figma Tanjiro, and then you have the Buzzmod Nezuko next to the Buzzmod Tanjiro. And the Buzzmod Tanjiro is quite a bit taller than the Buzzmod Nezuko, but the same can't be said for the Figmas. These are close in size, which I think are accurate. I think that's definitely more accurate than this. But at the same time, since the two Nezukos are pretty much the same height, if you have either of these Tanjiro figures and you're trying to figure out which of these you want to get, you can go with either. Now moving on to all Buzzmods, because they have released more figures at this point. Here she is standing next to the Buzzmod Zenitsu, which is still my favorite one. He's my favorite character, and I can't wait for the Figma Zenitsu. And then we have the Buzzmod Big Brother Rengoku. And then just for some random comparisons, just for the heck of it, here both of them are standing next to the Mafex Spectacular Spider-Man, or Ben Reilly. I had to show him because it's just a cool figure. And then also the Marvel Legends PS4/PS5 Gamerverse Miles Morales, which is also just a really cool figure. Now I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you guys. This video was so difficult for me to do, simply because, for one, I already knew from the jump which of these figures I like better, which one of these I think is better, and which one of these I think is just better for, I guess, the bang for your buck. And so I honestly was supposed to have this video up hours ago, actually probably 1 or 2 days ago, but I was just being lazy and contemplating, like, do I really need to do this? But I know there was a couple of people who wanted it, so I had to do it. But overall, it's not my decision to say which one of these is better. I don't ever say that by the end of these videos, because it's not up to me to pick. Because I feel like if I pick, that could be something that sways your judgment. I just pretty much outline the figures, go over the positives, go over the negatives, and then by the end of the video, I let you guys decide which of these you want to spend $100 on, because both of these are $100. I think the Buzzmod is a little bit more expensive. I want to say I paid like $120 for it, but if you get the DX Nezuko, I think at this point she's like $110, $115, something like that. So not even that much more. It just depends on which one of these you like more. Now that being said, you can't go wrong with either. As I showed, they will fit in scale with any of your Demon Slayer figures as long as they're 6-inch scale. They both look the part. You're looking at the two of them right now. They look fine. So it's up to you. But that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, because that always helps me out. Give me a thumbs up, because this video was a pain in the ass to do. So yeah, I need that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. Lastly, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.